edition of the Fitness for All podcast. I'm your host, Cam Jenkins, and it is sponsored by Lebert Fitness. On the podcast today, we have Valerie Powaful. Welcome to the podcast.
Yes. Hello.
Valerie, maybe we can start off by asking you, how do you know Mark Lebert, and how did you become friends?
I met Mark Lebert on a seminar in Munich. I think it was 6 years ago. It was a great seminar. The name is Perform Better in Munich. And I met him during a conference. And he asked me to become master trainer and join his team. I think it was 5 years ago. I went to Barcelona in Spain to I stayed there 4 days to become a master trainer with his team.
That's great. And can you maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey getting into fitness?
What I do in fitness in general?
In general, yes. What do you do?
Yeah. I am an owner of a gym in France, in the north of France. My first job was around kickboxing. I was a teacher about kickboxing, and after I did some certification around functional training. I did several certifications, and now my gym is dedicated to functional training, loaded movement training, since 4 years now. Yeah.
And can you explain to the listeners what functional training is?
Functional training is to try to do some movement that could be I don't know the name in English, transferable. I don't know it. To put all the movement put in the movement of every day. Try to prepare our body to be able to use it in the in our everyday movement, and it helps us to be comfortable and prevent injuries. It's good for athletes, but for everyone.
And that's great. What kind of people do you train? Are they athletes, or is it just somebody that wants to get a better fitness level, or is it all different types of levels?
I have a lot of athletes. I have a lot of former athletes who wants to stay in shape and always train as they did by the past. And I have also some fitness people, but I have a lot of athletes from fight training, basketball players. We have also some people from, because in Europe we have also a sport. The name is handball. It's come from Germany. It's similar than basketball, but the ball is smaller, and the rules are different. And I have some tennis player too, some swimmer, a lot of sports with the using balls often, and fighter too, because I come from fight sport.
Yes. As I understand, you were a martial arts competitor instructor.
Yes, yes, exactly. I come from an martial arts that the name is Kyokushinkai. It's a Japanese sport, a martial art. And after I did some boxing.
And can you explain the type of martial art that you do?
It's it's um it's a karate, but with the wheel punch, because we it's like knockdown. Um, it's similar than boxing Thai. You know Thai boxing?
Yes.
Yes, it's really similar. Just we can't eat with our hand at the head, but we can hit on all the body, we use the same words than box Thai, as low kick, high kick, middle kick, and it's exactly the same.
And it's also, as I understand, you were also a world kettlebell champion as well.
Yes, I was in the team, a French team, during 4 years. I travel a lot with kettlebell team. I did so in Greece, Denmark. I was in Ireland, sorry, Spain. I travel a lot with kettlebell sport. Yes, I was in the French team during 4 years.
And what was your training regimen like? Was it different between training to do martial arts and training to do for kettlebell?
Yeah, using kettlebell, it's very good to prepare martial artists. We have a program in kettlebell sport who is especially studied for martial artists. It's very good because for the balance during the fight, kettlebell is a good tool to create some unbalance, to have more precision on the punch, on the target of the punch. Yes, I used to play with the kettlebell for the juggling to create some hand-eye coordination, and it's very good for martial artists.
Very nice. And
Yes.
can you maybe talk about your studio, the FD studio, and how that came to be?
My studio, I have my studio since now 8 years, 8 years ago. In my studio, I can receive about 10 or 12 people, not more. It's only for small group training. And I have some different classes. I have some classes dedicated for kettlebell sports, for conditioning specialists. I have some class about hand-eye coordination, and my new class is loaded movement training that I use equalizer in this class, and I have some class only for equalizer from Lebert Fitness too. And my members are absolutely addicted of equalizer bars. They have their own equalizer bars at home to train.
Oh, they have
It's
their
crazy.
own.
Yes. I think 80% have their own equalizer. It's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yes, and during the quarantine, it was very great because I did some lives, and they have all their equalizer at home, and it was very great to prepare some classes for them because they have their equalizer at home.
And you're a master trainer at Lebert Fitness. Can you tell me what you had to do to become a master trainer?
For the master trainer, it was in during 4 or 5 days. I didn't remember exactly. We have three parts. The first part was, the name was Les Boots, like a boot camp. It was the name by the past. Now I know that Mark changed all, but we have a part of boot camp, and it was Mark who managed this part. The second part was the Lebert. It was, I think the girl who managed that was Jane Hall. It was for dancer, lot of mobility for dance. And the last part was managed by Sharon Mann, who managed the parts about interval training. So we had 3 parts, and each day was dedicated to each part. And after we had an exam. We had to present some exercise, to create exercise, to create ID. I know that Mark told us to create some program for youth training, for an athlete, and different kind of people. Yes, it was very interesting to do this master trainer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't imagine the effort and time it would take you to be able to pass that course and to become a master trainer.
Yes, and it was very nice because very great because during this master trainer, I met a lot of people from everywhere. I remember that I met some guys from Singapore, some Israel, Spain, Italy, everywhere. It was for the human. It was very it makes me grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when for your training studio that you have, there must be all different types of abilities that come in. How do you manage that with people having different abilities? And kind of what's your, how do I say, what's your, I can't really explain it other than to,
Do you
yeah, like
want to know if I have different levels?
No, I was just wondering, what is your philosophy on training people?
To follow them. How can I manage that? Yes, I mix everyone, every level, and I try to follow everyone. I know the past of everyone. I know if they have some injuries. I know there are different goals, but I success to reach out every goals with different kind of people, because I think in my studio, the target of people is to create performance, and try to stay in shape. They are very interested by movement and functional activities. So the goals are the same for everyone, even if it's sometimes different. There are some differences, but in general, they have the same goal. And I have to, with all the people, I try to reach out everyone to their own goals. I hope I am clear.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you motivate everyone the same way, or do you find that everyone you have to motivate differently?
Can you repeat, please? Sorry.
Yeah. So, are you able to? How do you motivate people?
How I motivate it? Every day I offer a different class. I change my exercises every day. I like to add some playing. I like when people take pleasure to do sports. It's very important for me. It's very important for them. And we have a lot of love, smile during my class, and to motivate people. I think they are motivated by the energy of the group, their goals, the small group training with a lot of play, with a lot of different exercise would change every day, every single day. And the variety of the exercise is very important to offer them something different each time. And they have they say every day, they say to me, they have the impression to grow every day with the class. And I think it's a real motivation for them to have the impression to be to grow every day. Each classes, they learn something, and for them it's very important.
And for yourself, motivating yourself. I know you're a master trainer. You're a metabolic trainer, a certified trainer. You have a lot of designations that
Yeah.
you've been able to achieve. What's next for you? Are you planning on getting any more designations, or are you planning to expand your studio, or what's next for Val?
I like to do some. I would like to do some more seminar in Europe. I began it with Mark. We did some seminar for kettlebell sport. I did some seminar too, and I would love to. I would love to continue my studio for sure. To not give up my members, but I would like to travel more to propose some certification for kettlebell or equalizer in the Europe, in France, because in France we are very late. People are lazy in sport. Yeah, really.
Oh,
And I work with Mark since 2014, and it's only now that equalizer is explode. During all this time, it was very, very difficult to include the equalizer in the gym. Today, they understand that it's very important to have an equalizer in the gym, but before this year or last year, perhaps, it was very difficult to include it. It's a long work.
yeah. But you're getting there, and that's the main thing.
Sorry?
I said, but you're getting there, and that's the main thing. And people are getting a lot more equalizers and understanding how important it is to be able to use the tools such as that in your fitness journey.
Yes, they realize since uh, the problem with the equalizer, it's here in France, all the people thinks it's only for dips bar, and I explained to them, no, we can do a lot of exercise. There is 100 exercise to do with the equalizer. And when I did my last certification with the group in France in January, the last, all the people who learn how to use an equalizer say, "Wow, we can do all that with equalizer. It's crazy." I said, yes, it's the goal. It's the goal of Mark to uh, for me, equalizer, it's a gym in we can put in an end. So with an equalizer, we can replace a gym. It's crazy all we can do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And in today's day and age, with so many people having to self-isolate or quarantine
Yeah.
using the equalizer bars, it's a fantastic to be able to use that in your home or your apartment, and it's so easy to store as well.
Yes, I think that's the quarantine help perhaps helps Mark to for that, because it's a really for me it's one of the there are two equipments very important to have at home. It's equalizer and kettlebell. Uh, with that we can work every day. We can have a lot of exercise. Uh, for me, body weight, equalizer and kettlebell, it's enough to train. It's
No,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I said that during this quarantine, people realize that it's very important to get an equalizer at home. They say that they realize that with that, quarantine was easier, really easier.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
if people want to follow you, or if they want to reach out to you to join your gym or your studio, how can they do that?
Sorry.
If somebody wants to join your gym,
Yeah.
how can they do that? Do you have a website address or?
Yeah, I didn't have I canceled my website because the guys who managed that did so did not a good work, so I cancel it. And I use only Instagram or Facebook now.
Okay.
I will do a website in the future, not now, but after the quarantine. I have to manage that. It will be easier to find me too. And
Okay.
I know that a lot of people find me by Facebook and Instagram. I know that all my video I post give me a lot of requests about my studio, and I win some people like that. Yes.
Oh, good. And what is your Instagram name or handle?
My Instagram name is Val Powaful.
Perfect. Well, Val, I want to thank you so much for being on the podcast, Fitness for All. We do really appreciate you taking the time for us, and we hope to have you on the podcast again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your welcome, and take care in Canada. Thank
And
you
you
very
take
much.
care in France. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.